Hi. So, the first thing I thought when I looked at the numbers for that came in July, the numbers for June is supply and demand total balderdash. I'm Courtney Murphy, and you are here with me for my July 2025 Denver real estate market update. So, why did I think that when I looked at the numbers? Well, sales are down, inventory is up, days on the market are up, but prices are up too. How does that make any sense at all? So let's dive into the numbers. I'll give you my only explanation that I have for that. And maybe you can comment and let me know what you think, because I'd love your opinion too. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. Let me pull up the numbers here. So inventory in the month of June ended at 14,007 homes on the market. That's up 3% from the prior month and up 37.14% from last year, from June of last year. This is like the highest inventory levels that Denver has seen in the past decade. So lots more houses on the market, lots more choices for buyers. Median, let's see, I didn't want to go over that. Yeah, I'll go over that now. Median sales price, $610,200, up 1.7% month over month, up 1.7% year over year. So this is what I'm talking about. I haven't gotten over sold homes or days on the market yet, but inventory is up, prices are up. What the heck? Prices aren't up that much, 1.7%, both month over month and year over year. Fairly stable, but with our increase in inventory, prices are staying stable, up a little bit. Interesting. The other thing I wanted to mention about that is last month, we saw a month over month decrease in median sales price, which normally we don't see that until later in the summer. So if you watch my market update from last month, I was like, what the heck's going on? We're seeing it, it's that slowdown a little bit earlier than normal, because usually it doesn't happen until later in the summer. And usually at this point, we're seeing the drops, but we actually saw a little bit of an increase. So just a strange time. Okay. Sold homes, 3,864 homes sold in the month of June. This was down 9.59% from the prior month and down 1.65% from last year. Days on the market, the median days on the market right now is 18, up 38.46 from the prior month and up 50% from last year at this time. So must have been 9 days on the market last year. Now we're at 18. So you see what I'm saying? Price is up, inventory is up, sales are down, days on the market are up. What the heck is going on? Usually have more supply, less people buying, prices drop. And maybe we're just going to get to that point pretty soon, and we just haven't seen the prices start dropping yet. Obviously, there can be factors that completely change those types of things around, like rates drop and more buyers come into the market. But here's my theory. With if you've watched my prior market updates, I've talked about how the home buyers have changed. For the longest time, many of years, millennials have been the biggest percentage of buyers. People buying homes for their families and moving up in the world, sometimes buying their first homes. But in the last year, baby boomers have become the number one group of buyers. So we have an older group of buyers. The average age is actually 63 of a home buyer right now. And we've had more cash purchases than ever. So my theory is that the reason we've seen a bump in home prices at a time of year when we usually don't, and prices have remained stable, at least, maybe a little bit elevated, is because our buyers are older buyers, less affected by interest rates because they have cash to put down and sometimes buying in cash completely, that things just aren't normal. And that's why we see prices where they are despite the increase in inventory. I could be off, but that's my theory. Okay. Some of my advice for real estate right now this month, I do want to talk about contingencies. That's where people are making offers, but they have a house to sell. I've seen a lot more of that. And it's just because houses aren't selling as quickly as they were. A lot of them are just sitting there if they're not priced right. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot more sellers receiving offers with contingencies. I've had several clients like that. And I also have buyer clients who want to buy a home. They have to sell their home first. So it can be a real conundrum, especially if you're sitting on the market for a while. You're antsy to sell your house and you get an offer and it has a contingency and you're like, great, how long is their house going to sell? Okay, I have one really great solution for that. And I suggest both sellers and buyers look into this. Sellers suggest it to buyers who are making offers that are contingent. Buyers look into this so you don't have to write an offer that's contingent. I have a preferred lender who has an awesome buy before you sell mortgage program. And in past years, these programs were really expensive. I mean, we're talking, $10,000, $15,000. Who wants to, for the convenience of being non-contingent, pay that much money? Like nobody wants to just throw that type of money out the door. This program is only a few $1,000s. It varies based on the price of the home. However, I think you can, as a buyer, using this program, you avoid, the double mortgages. You can make an offer non-contingent, and I believe if you're able to make an offer that's not contingent on selling your home, you're going to have more negotiating power with the seller. So I believe that the amount of money that you'll save in negotiations will more than cover the few $1,000s that you're paying for this buy before you sell mortgage program. So if you're interested in that, definitely reach out to me. I can connect you with the lender that has this program. And sellers, if you get a contingent offer, heck, send those buyers that are making that offer, same thing. I can get that information to them and we can clear up and make the process much, much easier. One more note, home buyers, I want to let you know, new built homes, if you want to save on interest, builders have a lot of inventory right now and they are wanting to get them sold. Not only are you in a position to negotiate on new homes right now and get more off than on the price of the home than you have in recent years, but it is an opportunity to get a decent rate. I was just out shopping yesterday with some buyers, and the builder was offering a 3.75% ARM loan or a 4.75% 30-year loan. Builders are trying to get these houses moved. So that's a good place to look. And of course, reach out to me because I specialize in new built home sales. I can help you out in negotiations, and I do a closing cost credit for all my buyers that buy a new built home with me. So again, my name's Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor. This was your July market update for the Denver area. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my updates and home tours around the Denver area. And let me see. I'm going to look at a comment. Hello. Yes, the model homes where I live in Aurora Highlands, Taylor Morrison, to be specific, barely has, or like they used to when I bought last year in April. Okay, sorry. Taylor Morrison happened to be the builder that I was at yesterday that was offering those great rates. So yeah, they're trying to get some homes sold. All right, you guys, thanks for listening and have a wonderful summer. I can't believe how fast it's going. I need more months of summer. All right, have a good day.